Hello, hello, hello. Right, I'm everywhere right now. This is the first time that I've gone live. I make lots of videos, so I need to turn my sound down straight away because I'm deafening myself and probably deafening you too. Okay, Mike, the old git, that's me, and I make lots of videos, and I'm just experimenting with going live. But I thought I'd come on, and there's already people asking me about the types of videos I make. So um, I've got the chat up. I don't know if it's working. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fiddle about with things while I'm talking to you. But I make videos mostly about things that are going on in the world politics from the point of view of a man of 72 years old. That's what I am. So do forgive me when I do get the things wrong. Now, I would like to put my streaming sort of thing onto so I could see what if people are sending stuff, or so you could see what people are sending me. I think it is possible, but I don't know how to do that yet. So I'm gonna have a go a bit later on. But anyway, so if you happen to come across this channel right now, of course say hello, and then you need to ask me a question from the point of view of an old man, 72 years old, and now, for me, the way that the world is going, it's going completely horrible right now, and well, it's things are happening that shouldn't be happening in the world, as you probably all know, and I'm trying to just get along with it all. I mean, when I was young, when I was a young person, and I was kind of in my teens and in my 20s, the world was a different place. I mean, right now, I mean, today, what's the date today? The date is it's the 9th of the 10th. Well, yes, and today's supposed to be uh, a day when people should be celebrating over in Gaza. Now, I wonder what your views were on that. If anybody's watching, what's your views? Do you support Israel, or do you think you think it's all this free Palestine stuff? It'd be nice to know, because my personal view is I support Israel 100%. Now, if you don't like it, well, you know what to do. You can get on and get in touch with me and send me an X or whatever. I'm going to try and fiddle about with the controls and see if I can get this. How do you put this? Anybody can tell me how to put this chat thing out onto, where do I want it? I want it to a pop out chat, yeah. And then, so now it's a pop out chat. I've got that. Nothing to see here. Where's it gone? My chat's popped out, but uh, I can't I can't see where it's gone. Okay, let's say restore chat. So it's oh, I saw that. Saw that. Hang on. Let's do that again. There you go. Where it says pop out chat, right? Pop out chat. There we go. Now I think it's over here somewhere. Ah, yeah, there it is. There it is. And but it's still not showing on the screen. Must be a way of doing that. How do I put it on the screen? Somebody come and tell me how I put it on the screen, and I'll do it. I'll do it right now because I want to see what people are going to say. Anyway, as I said, today is a test. It's just so. Oh, somebody sent me a message already on the phone. Hello. What's it say? View your channel. Yes. Who is? Doesn't say who it is though. Oh, somebody's watching me. Oh well. Never mind. But I can see it's actually saying live there. Uh, Somebody's watching. Oh no, I'm talking to myself. Better turn that off, hadn't I? Okay. So how it says welcome and remember to guard your privacy, abide by the community rules and all that kind of stuff. So if I press that now from here, will I get something back? All right, hang on, let's see. Um, I'm going to send something in the chat. Yeah, is that what I do? Oh yeah, it says here. Give it one of them. Send that. Does that come? Oh yeah, look at that. Well, you can't see. I don't know what you can see. all I can see is the pop-out chat. Anyway, what I'm going to do now, as I said, continue to talk about the things that make me angry, and basically, one of the things that really, really makes me angry is the way that the youth of today behave, and all this woke gender stuff, all this gender. Today I identify as a I don't know, a parrot, and you can do that now. I mean, I've never heard such rubbish in my life. Well, never mind, it goes on. And also, I'm not as good as I think I was. I thought I'd got this all set up. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to stay on for a little bit and just see if anybody finds my channel. If you find my channel and you see that I'm live, pop along and say, hello, I can hear what you're saying and you're crap, or, whatever. But I was talking about what's happening in Israel and Gaza. It's a great thing. I think Donald Trump is a he deserves the Nobel Peace Prize. I mean, I know Donald Trump's a bit like Marmite, isn't he? You either love him or you hate him. I love him. I think he's brilliant. He just puts some excitement back into politics, and that's what we need, isn't it? Just in case, well, you can see right at the very bottom of the screen, I've got my socials zipping along there very slowly. It moves about as fast as I move. As I say, 72 years old, and I'm loving life, but I'm not loving what's going on in the world. He thinks that everything is going down the tubes. I live in a beautiful country. Obviously, I'm English by my accent, but I left England. When did I leave? I left England 25 years ago, and believe me, I wouldn't go back there for all the tea in China, because the way it is now, it's not very nice at all. And I think that people are struggling. I mean, they got all this unfettered sort of knife crime that's going on. And, I know what I can do. I think I know what I can do to get the stuff up on the screen. Bear with me, because what I'm going to do, a little experiment now whilst I'm here. I'm going to put, I think it's this one. So let's put this one. Okay, it's come up there. And then I'm going to take a copy of this here. This could work, Copy that. Paste it here. Paste it there. Paste. I go OK. Do I go? There you go. It's on the screen. That's what I wanted. Look, you can actually see it now. Let's resize it and all the rest of it you have to do. Here we go. Michael with his controls. Now, I'm very happy about that. Hopefully, some people will come on and talk to me, yes? And that will be wonderful. So, let's get this to where it should go. Let's make it fit the screen. That's why I sat to the side, you see, because I wanted to do this. And now I'm doing it. And we want to make it smaller like that, so people can get out of it. And we'll shut that down. Oh yeah, I can see it moving along there. Brilliant. So now you can send me. Let's just get the top, because I don't like the edges to be showing like that. Let's just take it up a bit. There we go. Now that should be cool. Cool as a cucumber. Oh, somebody sent me a message. I don't know, somebody might have done. Anyway, we'll do that and away we go. So now I can see what you're saying. Yes, I can sort of like I can think to myself, well, you can see what people are sending, which is nothing. Nothing at all. Anyway, as I say, my name is Mike Hall. I'm the Old Git. I'm the guy that talks a lot about. I don't know if you've seen any of my videos. I do lots of videos. I'm really hard on the British government at the moment. We've got the government in England. They're kind of the worst government in history, the worst prime minister in history. They're up to all sorts of sleaze and things going on. You can ask me anything about that. I'm very well versed, and I can tell you this. I can tell you what's going on. Anyway, let's see. We've got some more things to close here, so let's close these down because I left everything open and thinking, well, we're gonna do this, aren't we? We really are going to do this. So. I can send you a message and I can see yours. So if you're out there, let's see if it's still working or if I've cocked it all up. Let's write something. Hello. Yeah, but hello, people. If there's any people, it's the Old Git. That's me. Live. And those people who know me, they'll know. That's it. They all get live. Let's see. Has it come up? Yay! There you go. Hello. Hello, people. It's the Old Git. Yeah, I'm liking that. So is there anything else I could do to make it even better? No. I can't see that I can. But anyway, I don't care. I don't care. We've got it there. We've got it there. And I can see if I'm sure I can modernize it all, but I'm not going to. For the purposes of this video today, I'm here testing out myself as a live person. You might hear dogs barking, you might hear the whirring of an air conditioner, and I don't know what else you might hear, but that's neither here nor there. But I was talking about originally, just before I got sidetracked and playing about with this messaging thing, yeah, about what's happening in Palestine. You know, I'm not against the Palestinian people. You'd be a fool to say you were, because it's not really their fault what's going on there. It's basically the fault of the Hamas, who only, even though Donald Trump's doing he's actually trying to get this peace thing going, they don't want it. They really don't want it. They want to destroy Israel, and everybody knows the reason why they're doing that. And so I'm just having a fiddle again because I've got a kind of blur. Let's smooth this on again. And we need a bit of the gamma taking down, don't we? I'm sorry for this, but it is a test, and I do keep getting sidetracked. But I don't want to. I want to. I really want to talk about something sensible, Take the brightness down just a little bit. And the contrast down a bit, and I think that should do it. Yeah. Sorry about that, folks. As you probably gathered, I'm a bit of a perfectionist. Not really. No, anyway, I said, Donald Trump has done more than any other prime minister or president or leader of any country has done, in the fact that he's getting a dialogue going. And but I believe that Hamas don't want to finish this war. They want it to continue forever and a day. The simple reason is they don't want a non-Muslim country on Arab soil. That's my feeling. But the other thing is, if you look back over history, which I'm not going to give you an history lesson, but I can tell you things going right back to 450 BC, which is when the Israelites or Israelis took over and they were turfed out, and then they were brought back and they turfed out. Then the Romans planted Palestinians there who never existed before that time. So anyway, we want to go into all the itsy bitsy bits about history. But Israelis have always looked, they've fought about, 7 or 8 wars since 1930 always been led by Arab states because they didn't really want them, as I said. They don't want a non-Muslim country on um, Arab land. But we've grown up since then. And a lot of, I mean, the UAE, for example, you could see if you're a Jewish person in the UAE, you can walk down with wearing the skull cap that they wear. And it has no bearing, you can do it. And, well, nobody's going to say anything, nobody's going to behave badly towards you. In fact, they get along. And it was happening in Saudi Arabia as well, where they were just about to do kind of nice deals together until Hamas kicked off because they don't want it. Because if you ever watch any of my videos, which you can, if you go to, you can watch them on Rumble, or there's quite a few of them on YouTube, and you can watch them, and you'll see that I talk about Islam and the West, and I believe that the West, particularly the UK and Europe, is on a hiding to nothing. In fact, they're being taken over. It's scary to think about it because but it's, people they seem to think of Muslims as just one. Oh, it's all Muslims. It's not. I mean, we've got something like I don't know, 3 billion Christians in the world, and then we've got like 2.5 billion Muslims in the world. And out of those 2.5 billion, you've got about 20%, 25% that hate the West, hate the culture, hate democracy. Their sole purpose in life is to convert everybody to Islam. Convert or you die. Convert or you get hurt. Right? That 25% though equates to a lot of Muslims, or I don't even treat them or call them like that. It equates to about 500 million. So can you imagine 500 million radical Islamists who want to take over the world and Islamify the whole world? It's not all Muslims. The Muslims that came to the UK in the late 50s and 60s, they came to work and make themselves a good life and follow their religion. And they could follow their religion. But then behind them comes the radical people, the people who want to, the death cult, as I call them. And they came, and then they put the fear of God, because don't forget where they came from, they already knew how these people operated. So they're just as scared of these radicals, most of them, are just as scared as we are. And so on saying that, because they're just as scared, then they don't sort of talk up too much because of what's going on. They have to live in their own community. And there's possibly more of the radicals in the West. For example, I speak to a guy who lives in the UAE. Nice guy. He's one of the sheikhs is there. He's a top bloke. And I won't say his name. And he tells me, if the people were in the UAE, the people that are in Europe were actually in the UAE, yeah, they would be put in jail or deported or worse, because we don't want them. We don't want what you've got. And it's not just the UAE. I think it's the same in Saudi Arabia, I think. So, we have to be careful what we say and what we wish for. But I wish that they would go away, to be truthful. You've got radical preachers in the mosques saying, this is how you take over the infidel. We have no value. And the reason we have no value is because we're non-believers. And if you're a non-believer, you aren't anything. They can kill you. Doesn't matter. Okay? So I think I'm as I say, I'm 72 years old. So I can remember the 60s. In 1960, if I was born in 1953, 63 I was 10, 63 I was 10, and 73, obviously I was 20. But in between 10 and 20, a lot of Asian people came to settle in the UK where I lived. And they were very nice people that came originally. They were. They would invite you in. Obviously, a lot of them couldn't speak very good English. The women were a bit standoffish even then because where they came from, the first generation. But once they got to know you, they became more free, and I had lots of Asian friends, and especially Muslims. It was only when the radicalization started to take place in the mosques, I think it was round about the late 70s when it all sort of kicked off big time. But I can't forgive them for it because we have Sikh people, we have Hindus, yeah, we have various other denominations that come, Buddhists, Zoroastrians. You didn't know about them, did you? And they came from Iran originally. Anyway, lots of different religions came from the same continent, and they live in perfect harmony with us. You can go to, for example, to a Sikh temple. I've been many times to Sikh temples because I've got a lot of Sikh friends. Don't go out drinking with them because they love to go for a drink. They follow their religion. They love their religion, you know. But I can go to a Gurdwara that's what the temple's called, with a Sikh friend, and they'll always feed you. They always welcome you. And same as you can go to a Hindu temple. There's one in North London, and a very big one that people go and visit, and it's really nice. And the Hindu people are very nice too. And Buddhists are Buddhists. I don't know a lot about them, but obviously they do their thing too. And so there is harmony, but the only problem we have is with radical Islam. And people are out on the streets and marching, for free Palestine because they're Muslims and blah, blah, blah. But I'll tell you something, Shanna. They'll still go out because it's nothing to do with free Palestine. It's the hatred of Jews. Now, Jewish people, I still would like to hear from anybody, if anybody's listening out there, what have the Jews ever done to anybody that's bad? I can't find anything in history that they've done that's bad. If you can, well, get in touch or write it on the bottom. If you're listening to me, don't forget to say hello. Today's broadcast, the one I'm doing right now, is basically just a test to see how I'm doing, setting it all up. I know that now also I can actually have guests on as well. I've set up some software, pretty good for, as I say, for an old boy like me. But I'm a grumpy old sod, and I do not like stupidity, and I do not like what's going on in the world today. I mean, it was much better in the 60s and the 70s and part of the 80s. It started to sort of decline after that. But, the kids, for example, they're out there with their machetes and their knives, and they kill each other. And it's horrible. I mean, but even on that, I look at it sometimes and think, we've got a big black community who are absolutely brilliant. We have a few naughty ones, but we have a few naughty white ones as well, don't we? So, that's nothing new. But what I don't like is a lot of the kids that are killing each other with these knives are black on black kids. Kids killing other black kids, killing black kids. It's horrible. Horrible. And so you get these sort of radicals in their sort of community. Stop and search, don't stop and search. It's always you're profiling black people. And I'm thinking to myself, hang on a minute, it's more. If I was black, they could stop me 100 times a day. I wouldn't care. I'd just conform to what they asked me for and be on my way. And I'm sure that's how it is. I mean, I've not seen it any other way. So, but they don't do that, do they? They don't want to conform. A lot of the kids, they've got a chip on their shoulder. I don't know why. And they carry knives and they're killing each other, and that's horrible. And if I was a parent parent, mum and dad of a black kid, if I was a black person, I wouldn't care how many times they stuff my kids. Because if he got a knife, I'd like it taken away. And if he, if he hasn't, then it's fair enough. Because I don't want to see other kids killing another kid out of my community. And that's what happens. It's horrible. But I speak the truth. I'm not pulling punches. I'm not saying, oh, well, it's because, no, I tell it the way it is. It's like racism. Racism was invented to, you know what happened? Racism was invented to keep us arguing amongst each other. The seeds are sown, this community and that community, so that we start, and things are going on, and we're too busy thinking about arguing with all the people on the there's my phone, and too many people. Let me just have a look at my phone. Oh, someone must have called me, but no, I say no. I am on the air. Live. I'm still alive, yeah. Later. Okay, there you go. See? Perfectly easily done. I could say to him something else. Hang on. Anyway, that's my little message. As I get back to what I was saying, it's for me. I believe that racism was invented particularly to keep cultures at loggerheads with each other, because when we're at loggerheads with each other, we're not watching what the higher ups do, the people with the money, the power, government officials, these politicians. We're not watching how they bind our houses. How, for example, Angela Rayner goes in from being a cleaner, no disrespect to a cleaner, and she plays the system very well, and she did, if you know anything about it, but I'm not going to go there, because there's a whole show about that. She ends up with £850,000 house and 7 million in the bank. Considering, how does that happen then? There's a question mark behind it. How does that happen? They just how many poor politicians when they retire is there? There isn't any. And for me, it's always been the same. It's always been them and us, but now it's them, and us. And things need to change. Things need to change brilliantly. Oh, the phone's going now. People are, here we go. Who's that? Oh, I don't know. It's great, isn't it, being live? I can sit here and talk all night. I'm not going to. I just want to get this test broadcast out the way. I do know how to pop out the chat so that people can see what's been written. At the moment, nothing. Don't forget, if you're out there and if you're just skimming through, do me a favour and just put a hello or hi or bugger off your bugger or something like that, and I'll be very happy. I need to see that there's people watching just for a little bit. I'm sure there is, because this is unscheduled, and I'm doing it just to make sure that we can do it, and I can, and hopefully the next time I come on, I will schedule it so that people know when it's coming on, and also let everybody know that I'm live, and they can clock on and have a word and have a discussion. I usually have a subject set out, but tonight, it is night now. Yes, it's 8 o'clock. Here in Spain, it's 8 o'clock. And we can just have I'm just sort of talking for the sake of talking right now. Tim Westwood, yes, he's been charged with a string of rapes, offences against 7 different women. Why do these rich people do that stuff? They get all the money under the sun, they're rich, they've got a lovely life, and then they go out and commit crime. And it's always to do with rape or something like that, isn't it? You know, how many people have been famous people? I mean, the most famous was the guy, what was his name? The one that Prince Andrew was mates with. I forgot his name, but I'm allowed to forget things because I'm old. I can say what I want, you know. When you get old, it's pretty good, you know, because you can say things and you get away with it because you're old. But I'm afraid that's okay here, but I don't know about in the UK. I've seen videos on TikTok and places like that where there's total disrespect for the old people. Total disrespect. In fact, I was watching a program. I follow it's not a radio station, a TV station and radio station is combined, called Talk TV, and it's not. It doesn't pull its punches. The presenters who are on there, they give everybody opportunity, but they I think it's a right leaning, well it is right leaning, and they come out with some wonderful stuff, and you know I think to myself sometimes, why is it that they can do that and yet the BBC can't even bring themselves to condemn people like Antifa, which is basically it's basically prescribed as a no-go, isn't it? It's a sort of you can't support them in the UK anymore. No, it's not Antifa. The other one, what is it? Palestine Action. That's it. That's been prescribed as a you know one that you can't follow and you shouldn't follow, and it's you'll get your collar felt if you do. But I think it's a bit of Freudian there because I said I think that which one did I just say? Antifa, yeah. I think Antifa should be banned. They're just disruptors. They've got, and I'll tell you something else that's really all the marches that's been going on. I've been watching the people that are on these marches, and to me they all look criminally insane. I'm sure they empty out the asylums and send them out on a march. But that's another. I mean, there's lots of subjects you could talk about. You might have something you want to talk about yourself. If you are passing through, as I say, this is a test video tonight. I shall be on for about another half an hour, and then I shall go away and weep into a cup of tea because nobody's speaking to me. And so again, all I'm looking for today is for somebody to say, hello, how are you doing? And this way, I can make sure that what I'm doing is right. I do know that the message is working because I've got it up on the screen and it's up on your screen as well. So if you do put something on, you'll be able to see it come up yourself. What else? I don't know. I'm just going to check on my. I'm going to go on my phone and see if it's coming through on the phone. Let's go there, shall we? Be quiet. I don't want to see you. Not see phone when you don't want it to. Your phone rings, doesn't it? Okay, we're going up to YouTube. Ah, here we go. It says live. And let's see if we get some sound. Hello. Yeah, listen. Wow, that's way behind. How do you make it catch up? Oh, I see. Oh, I see. There you go. Let's put it in front of it. Look, there we go. Look, can you see that? You can't see that. Ah. So yeah. So it's actually the lag is it maybe couple of seconds lagging. It's okay. That's good, isn't it? It's actually the lag is maybe seconds lagging. Anyway, let me. I can put hello from phone. See that that's working. Hello from to see if it's working from a phone. Yes, how about that? Perfect. So I've got it all going then. It's all working. Mm. What's that? Oh, that's handy, isn't it? You can send these little things up, or you can send these little things up as well. Excellent. All right, right. We'll shut that down. Excellent. Right, there we go, back. So, if you're watching, as I said, this is a test to see that we can go out, that I can go out live, which it seems I can. I have a few things to do. One of the things I would like to do, if you're watching, is I notice that the chat is basically, it could do with being transparent, couldn't it? So that it's instead of a black block. That would be good, I suppose. And what else? I don't know. Doing okay, I think. Right, so I said we're going to stay on till about 8:30 my time. It's now just about 8 minutes past 8, and then I'll call it a day for the first test broadcast. Because I'm watching, I've actually got the Talk TV on up there. I'm watching it at the same time I'm speaking to you. Oh, wonderful. Well, I'm not really, I'm concentrating. I just want to check something, see if it comes up. See if this comes up. No, it didn't. In fact, it has its good, it's messed me up. Oh, dear, dear, dear. Why has that happened? I can see. And I'm back. I was trying to do something, and of course, when you try, I'm only experimenting at the moment. So there you go. What was I talking about? Yeah. Oh, the other thing that was winding me up as well, who winds me up more than anything, is if you're listening, anybody, Greta Thunberg or Thornberg or Thunberg, or, do you know what? The most attention-seeking kid on the planet. She'll get involved in any protest she can as long as somebody pays attention to her. How awful is that? Very awful. So what I tried to do there before is I tried to link something in on the fly, and it seems I haven't mastered that. So I'm going to have to look how you do that. Whereas if I want to slip something in and, I'm wondering if I could... No, I'm not going to do anything now. I shall play it offline and get it set up so. But now I can set it up. It's brilliant. But I would really the chat. I would really like to have it in transparent. You know, has it still got these things going up? Yeah. I think that's brilliant. What we got? What else can we send? Oh, we could send now. I could sit there and play all night without. Small things amuse small minds, I say. Mine's not very big, and it declines every year. Good. Well, anyway, where was it? I want to talk some sense at least. So the kind of things I talk about is mostly politics. I am kind of centre right in my way of thinking. I can't stand all this wokeness. I'm not into choose your gender and pronouns and all. I didn't even know what a pronoun was until this started. So I've got a bit of an education. I just hate, for me, when people talk about gender, for me, just being gay is not new. We've had gay from people from time immemorial, and they are quite entitled to be what they are. And it's not an illness. It is just the fact that that's how they are. That's fine, and I can understand that. What I can't understand is men saying they're women and women saying they're men, because you can't be. Genetically, you cannot be. You can live like a man. You can live like a woman. Respect people for what they want to do in life. But they keep pushing to say gender. We want to go in women's toilets, for example. Now, a lot of the men that want to do that are not transgender. They're just scum, to be honest. They're people that just want to get into, they're voyeurs, aren't they? They're voyeurs. They're horrible people. Or go in women's changing rooms, and that kind of thing. I don't like it. I don't like it. To me, it's not right, But it's like in schools, they're pushing a very woke left-wing ideology in schools in the UK. They're on about having like the mixed toilets. No, I'm sorry, you can't do that. They're on about children can identify as what they want to be, who they want to be. Listen, when the kid's 5 or 6 years old, they want to be something every day, don't they? You want to be a fireman one day if you're a boy. The next day you want to be a lumberjack. Or, I'm a cowboy, I'm a horse. It's play, that's play. It's not that they want to change their gender. And the same with girls, isn't there? If a girl's climbing trees and prefers to playing with the boys, playing with the boys in a nice way, they look at that. In my days, they used to call a girl like that a tomboy, but they used to grow up perfectly normal, or normal, what's normal? But they grow up and they'd have boyfriends and, or not. A tomboy was a tomboy. Nobody said anything. It's not like a new thing. But you shouldn't be giving them beta blockers and things to stop their puberty and all the other things that they do to them. It's disgusting. I hate it. So I'm against that as well. I'm against all that rubbish. What else I'm against everything. See, that's why they call me the grumpy old man. That's why I am the Old Git. And the Old Git is, he's always got something to moan about. Yeah. Unsplitting what? Who's that? Hyper San. Hello, Hyper San. Who the bloody hell's Hyper San? Have you just come across me? Spitting facts. Hyper Sam, listen, it's just a test. If you just come across me, it's the first live broadcast I've done. I'm talking and spouting lots of things. I make lots of videos, and they're all politically motivated, most of them. And just for your information, 72 years old, and my take on life, if you're young, is very different from yours. But anyway, you took the time to say something, but I don't understand what you mean. Spitting facts. What's that mean? Spitting facts. Whatever that means, explain yourself, Hyper Sam, if you're listening, or if you haven't already gone. You can't just say things. UNC spitting facts. Anybody knows what that means? If there's anybody listening, please do let me know. Okay. Anyway, at least one person, whether that's good, bad, or indifferent, I don't know. But thank you for doing it. I like criticism just as well as I like praise. And I don't know. Shall we send him? I don't know if he's a man or a woman, so we send him some. Send him some laughs. Hey, there you go. That's for them. Yeah. I like that. That's a good little feature. It's a slang. It's Oh, it's a slang for young people. What I said mean you saying what? Hang on. It's a slang for young people. What I said means you're saying true. Well, thank you very much, Hyper Sam. I take it that English is not your first language, but it doesn't matter. I'm glad that you think it's true because are you young or old, Hyper Sam? Are you a young person or are you an old person? Meaning, if it's a woman, she won't like me asking that, will she? But what I'm trying to say is, you're not 70 like me, are you? You're young. I'm 19 compared to you, kind of young. Yeah, you are kind of young. Yeah, very young. But you're living in this time. I don't know where you live, but you're living in a time where things are not easy for kids. They have to put up with a lot. You know, uh, we have in the UK. There's a lot of what they call grooming gangs. I'm not going to go into it now. And kids are always wary of that kind of thing that's going on around them. And there's a lot of violence, you know, towards young kids. I mean, you're 19 years old, so you're old enough to drink. But even going out to a pub now is not very safe in the UK. I don't know where you live, but I'll tell you this: 19. I wish I was 19 again, but not in this time, because I don't think it's a great time at all for young people. Ah, you live in Poland. Oh well, Poland. Now let's talk about. You've got one of the fastest growing economies in Europe. You have absolutely more or less no illegal immigrants, and you have a very, very safe environment. And I'm very jealous if you live in Poland because let me tell you, Poland is a great place to live, uh, and not like London or the UK. Although I live in Spain, and in Spain, and I live in the south. It's a brilliant place to live at the moment. I couldn't go back to the UK for all the tea in China. I wouldn't go back to the UK at all. I don't like it. It's I just watch bad news. Uh, they've got a stupid man called Ed Miliband now running round about saving the planet and destroying everybody's life, making energy so costly that they can't afford it. People can't afford to put their heating on. Anyway, I'm going to big you up. Now that I know Hyper Sam is from Poland, well, in that case, good man or woman, I don't know what you are, but you know, you know what, you should feel guilty when you say man or woman. I don't feel guilty. I think there's two genders, man, woman, end of, okay? You're a man or a woman. How you live is your choice, or not your choice, but how you live is how you live, and you respect people for how they live. But for me, there's two genders, man, woman. That's it. Um, that's right. Gender. That's what I'll read through this. That's right. Two genders, and I'm male. Well done for you. Okay, and you know who you are. You're very safe with your. You're very safe with your gender. You're male. However else you live is up to you. Uh, Nobody should have any problem. But I'm saying basically, you know that you're male, and that's good. Uh, if you'd have come to me and said you would identify as a horse or a dog or a monkey, I'd have been in trouble, wouldn't I? Well done anyway. Thank you for chatting to me, Hypersam. Hopefully, when I come live properly with proper content, and my subjects, as I say, are usually political. You had a border. Your borders are very well guarded, aren't they? People have tried, but they've tried to break in to Poland, but I think they get very short thrift. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thank you very much. Hypersan, if you go and have a look at some of the videos, they're not all there. You can go to Rumble as well. I don't know if you know Rumble, because they allow more freedom of speech. And you can see a lot of the videos on Rumble. And also, what you probably don't know, but I'm going to tell you, the TV channel that's on there is 24 hours a day. It's live. It won't really appeal to you, I don't think. Ah, you know Rumble. Very good. Right. Well, it's Best Before TV. That's what it is. Best Before TV. It says the website. It'll come along the bottom in a minute. Best Before TV is the website. You can watch the TV there, but if you go to Rumble and look for Best Before TV, you can actually watch the television 24 hours a day. And it's all vintage stuff. It's all from the 50s, even the 30s, some films, right through till the late 70s and early 80s. And it's all television shows and old films and film noir, that kind of thing. It's a lot of people watch it. I get about 25,000 viewers per month watching the TV. And then if you go to the website, you can watch on there. You've got the live page, then you go to the Old Git page, and that's where you'll see the videos, these videos as well. It's quite a few. So if you feel bored one day, there's a couple about young people and what's wrong with them, and if you're interested in politics and things like that, you might find it interesting to go. But it's good. I'm glad that you came on. That just shows me that there's possibility that going live will be interesting. But I will be going live with topics topics of the day, basically. Like today is a landmark day, as I said. Donald Trump is doing a job of trying to get Palestine and Israel getting a peace treaty in place. Love him or hate him, Donald Trump is doing very well. And there's no other leader who's actually come forward and tried to do anything in regards to Palestine and Israel. And it'd be wonderful if this weekend all those hostages that they still got go back to Israel and they continue towards a peace. Towards peace. The problem is, it's not the Palestinian people, you see. It's the sad thing. It's not the Palestinian people. It's Hamas. Now, I have some quotes on a couple of videos that I've done from one of the son of one of the founders of Hamas. And their object is, this from the rivers to the sea, you've heard them say that. Their object is to destroy Israel. They do not want Israel to exist. The radical people that they are, they call Israel the little enemy. And America is the big enemy. And the rest of the world they want to take over. It's not going to happen. But it's not very nice. They have terrorist cells all over Europe. Only the other day at a synagogue in London, a couple of people were killed, stabbed in the name of radical Islam. But don't get it wrong. Not all Muslims are bad Muslims. They are a lot of the Muslims that live in the UK, and I know some of them are more afraid of the radical Islamists than we are. That's why they keep quiet. So think on. But you're very lucky if you live in Poland. Well, you live in Poland, you're not going to get these problems. I don't think you'll ever get these problems, which is fantastic. I could live in Poland. Oh yeah, definitely. But I'm quite happy here in Spain right now. Spain's the place to be. And I shall continue to live happily ever after here. Been here a long time. Love the people. Love the climate. And the food. Everything about it. It's fantastic. So if you ever get a chance, Mr. Hyper Sam, you should try and take a trip to Spain. And I think you'll like it too. Especially the south of Spain. It's wonderful. The coastline, the sea in the summer's warm. This summer just gone, at one stage, um, a Dutch friend, a Dutch person who I know, friend, a couple who we know who live in the same place. They were at the seaside, and he put his thermometer in, and the sea was 25 degrees. That was in, I think it was early August this year. 25 degrees temperature. What about that? And right now, I mean, we're looking at the time here now is almost 8:30, and it's 21 degrees now. We've had storms today, first ones we've had, but up until about a week ago, we have a swimming pool here where we live, and you could have gone swimming any time of the day. It's been fantastic. It's always been up in the late 20s. August, it was up nearly to over 40. June, July, and August, it was very hot, and it's just a great place to live. Great place to get. If you want a suntan, you come to Spain. You want some nice food, especially the seafood. It's wonderful. Anyway, as I said, it's coming time now. We say goodbye because I said I would stay until 8:30. Thank you. You really, if you're still listening, Hypersan, you've helped me out now by showing me that I'm doing things right. I know that I've got to make this the chat transparent. I think it looks a bit ugly in a black block, and I'll prepare some other things to for a show, do a proper show, and hopefully you'll join me because I'll probably inform you. But anyway, it's your time. I'm going to put on my end of show thing, which is what I normally do on my other shows, just to see that that comes up and plays as it should play, and then it'll stop streaming. So whoever else, if anybody else has thought or listened to me, thank you. It's now time to go because I have things to do, and well, at least I got the answers I wanted to get. So until the next time, stay safe, and hopefully you'll join me again when I'm talking on a proper subject. All right. So, okay. All right. Okay. See you soon. Take care.